Flew into Chicago as the snow filled up the road. Down to Kansas City, through rain and thunder rolls. Met a girl from Texas, south of San Antonio. Headed down to Memphis to have coffee with the king. Hit a wall full of records and 13 diamond rings, and a garden full of roses that all his fans would bring. Head down to Jackson in southern Tennessee with a bottle full of whiskey and a pocket full of dreams. The radio played Dixie from 1963. Met a girl from Georgia on the South Connecting train. She says she just wants to get home to see her kids again. No matter color or religion, the reason we're here is all the same. I said, no matter where you are, when the cold wind blows, you're always gonna end up home. Headed down to Nashville, the Grand Ole Opry standing high. All these country singers with magic in their eye, trying to write that next song that could surely change their life. Met a man in St. Louis at Union Station in the cold. He said he just wants to get home to New Mexico. Well, hey brother, just remember, there's one thing you should know. And I said, no matter where you are, when the cold wind blows, you're always gonna end up home. No matter where you are, when the cold wind blows, you're always gonna end up home.
The influence came of a tour we did of the United States probably around a decade ago now,
and we travelled down the Midwest, and it was probably one of the best experiences I've had. And the song just came from that. We met people along the way, and we struggled getting home. United States was, actually the Midwest over to New York was hit by one of the worst snowstorms that it had in so many years, and we were stuck in it. So that was the whole thing of not knowing if we were going to get home on the date that we were planning to get home, and we put all of the memories that we had of that particular tour and put it in the song. It all came very, very quickly. A lot of the time my words come first. I kind of have little words or little sayings in my head. I come from a very storytelling background. My songs are very much inspired by songwriters like Al Stewart, Martin Joseph, Richard Thompson, Ralph McTell. I like that storytelling aspect of it. So sometimes I'll have a wee story in my head, and that's all it is, a story. And then I grab a guitar and try and piece it all together.
Do you find it hard to keep kind of the motivation up for writing songs and, getting out there and doing them live, or does it come and go? And
it comes and goes. It's much harder now than it was 20 years ago. The music industry has changed. I don't feel as inspired by the industry now as I used to, but when I get out and I perform, it doesn't take long for that real love to come back. You can find all my music on every streaming platform. You can find most of my information on Instagram. I don't do really anything else. That's Mike Donaghy Insta with an underscore under each word.
The second song is I'm Fisherman's Daughter. How did that come about? Is it based on a true kind of incident, or is it just something that...
No, very few of my songs are based on real life, and End Up Home is very much based on real life, but most of my songs are stories and little stories that I just come up with. And this song came from, I was in a pub in Portaferry, and just above the door on the way out it said, there's no such thing as a stranger, just friends you haven't met. And almost as soon as I got home, the song was just there. As the children they play in the corner, and the laughter it fills the whole street. There's a man that stands by the boathouse with a daughter that I'd like to meet. She's got a long brown hair that shines like the sun, and a skirt that comes down past her knees. And her smile is as bright as the morning, and her eyes are as blue as the sea. And I asked her name, and she turned with a smile and said, stranger, I don't know you yet. I said, there's no such thing as a stranger, just friends that we haven't met. And her neck is home to a necklace with the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ. And I asked her if she was religious. She said, well, I'll let you know later tonight.
As she spoke of her past and the trouble she's had, I could tell as she heard deep inside. I said, darling, I'll take all your heartache, and never will I leave your side. And we walked in the rain through the forest as the moon did its best to appear. And I said we should start to go home now. As she said she was happier here. 'Cause home is a place that I don't see much. It's a place that I'd rather forget. But it's nice to have people like you here to take my mind off my regrets. And when I rose up, I looked out my window, and the fisherman's daughter was gone. She didn't leave clues of her actions, but she did say she had to move on. And I'll miss you, my darling, and I wish you well, and I hope that you find peace inside. Whenever you're feeling lonely, just know that I'm right by your side. Whenever you're feeling lonely, just know that I'm right by your side.